So there's a lot going on in the presidential race, and we thought, who better to talk to about it than old friend Herman Cain, who joins us live this morning. Mr. Cain, it's great to see you.
Good morning.
Yeah, certainly you saw the opening salvos in Trump v. Clinton yesterday, getting pretty intense. We want to play a series of clips from it for our audience. Watch this.
When Donald Trump says, "Let's make America great again," that is code for let's take America backward.
I'm going to make a big speech in New Hampshire on Monday, by the way. It's going to be called the Hillary Clinton something or the crooked Hillary speech. We have Hillary Clinton. She won't issue the term radical Islamic terrorism. She won't say it. She won't say it. You know why she won't say it? Because she doesn't want to offend Obama, because she doesn't want to go to jail.
This is a man who has called women pigs, dogs, and disgusting animals.
You know, I have the theme, Make America Great Again. And I've added a couple of things. I'm adding Make America Great right now. I'm adding it. Make America Great Again. I'm adding for everyone, because it's really going to be for everyone.
Make America Great Again for everyone. What do you think of that? Does that work?
I think it works, and here's why. When Donald Trump, as he continues to pivot to the economy and the economic conditions, that message is going to resonate, and Hillary won't have a comeback. You're right. It's clear that the gloves are off, and it's going to get bloody relative to the name calling. But pretty soon, she's going to have to just depend upon that when Donald Trump has a lot of other things to depend upon, like pointing out just how bad this Obama legacy that she wants to continue is. And it's very bad relative to the economy, unemployment, poverty, and a whole list of other facts.
Mr. Cain, I mean, obviously it almost feels like October right now with the level of rhetoric and the bomb throwing going back and forth. Who is it more important that they get the upper hand? I mean, who's got to win this first round, and how do they do it?
I think Donald Trump is going to win the first round because it is clear what he stands for, and his proposals are clear. Hillary's proposals are not clear. Donald Trump has clearly said he wants to replace the tax code. Hillary wants to continue to tweak the current tax code so they can use it to intimidate and abuse people. Donald Trump wants to rebuild the military. Hillary Clinton, she thinks it's just fine, continuing that Obama legacy. Donald Trump has been real clear about energy independence, real energy independence. Hillary wants to put the coal people out of business, oil people out of business, suppress the energy industry in this country. It's clear, and if he pivots to those kinds of things which he has clearly stated, I think he'll win the first round, and he'll also win the presidential race.
Well, part of the first round, too, Mr. Cain, is trying to unite the Republican Party. And we just had Mitt Romney just yesterday saying he's not going to be voting for Donald Trump. We want you to take a listen to this and get your response.
Presidents have an impact on the nature of our nation, and trickle-down racism, trickle-down bigotry, trickle-down misogyny, all these things are extraordinarily dangerous to the heart and character of America.
Where do we go from here, Mr. Cain?
You know, I used to have a very high level of respect for Mitt Romney, and it has gone way down for the following reason. There isn't any trickle-down racism in America. And I happen to think that as the Republicans heal the wounds of all of the words and harsh words of this campaign, the closer the Republicans get to uniting, somebody like Mitt Romney comes in and reopens that wound. He is not helping the situation. He is hurting the situation. He, along with all of the other never-Trumpers out there. My advice to them, if you really want to help this nation, Mitt, shut up and stop opening the wounds that are trying to heal, because that's how America is going to heal.
What's so interesting, though, is that Trump is being, and by the way, I'm not going to defend his comments about the Mexican judge, but Trump is being criticized by people on the left who see the world primarily through a racial lens. And they're attacking him for not being colorblind, fair criticism, but they're not really in a good position to make that criticism, are they?
No, they can't make that criticism. And this whole comment about the judge, most of the media, the mainstream media, didn't bother to talk about 9 other reasons why Donald Trump and his people feel as if he's not being treated fairly. The law firm that brought the case has contributed over $600,000 to the Clinton campaign. The Attorney General that is bringing the case forward is running for re-election as a Democrat. And they are trying to put the Trump University issue out there as a distraction from the email issue. It's not going to work when people begin to learn all of the facts.
You know, Mr. Cain, it's been a tough couple of weeks for Mr. Trump because some of the comments that he's been lambasted for, fairly or unfairly, in the media. You list so many things, energy, jobs, terrorism, where there is a clear contrast. What does he need to do to stay on those issues and away from some of the landmines that he's hit over the last couple of weeks? What's your advice to sort of keep the conversation where he wants to have it?
Focus on the art of the pivot. He is a master of the art of the deal. He's now got to master the art of the pivot, and that is don't allow the liberal media to set the narrative, and that's what they're doing. That whole interview about this whole judge thing, they went and picked out that one little section of that entire interview that they wanted to turn into a firestorm. So I believe he needs to focus on the big issues like the economy and jobs, the things that is very clear where he stands. That, I believe, will put him in a much better position going forward.
And quickly, let's talk about the other side of the other part of the ticket with Mr. Trump. Who would you recommend him bringing on as a running mate? Very often they'll appeal to a different gender, age bracket, part of the country, have a different set of qualifications. Who do you think would be his best pick?
I've already said that I think Newt Gingrich would be his best pick. It's not about gender. It's not about color. It's about prosperity for the United States of America. Newt Gingrich has the quality of, one, having been a congressional insider, having been the Speaker of the House, and Newt Gingrich said to me when we were running for president, one of the best things that he did was to leave Congress because he now can see from the outside many of the things that need to be done. I think that is very critical. Secondly, he would be a calming influence to a Trump administration, in my opinion, because of his knowledge. He's a history buff. No one knows the issues better than Newt Gingrich. He would be my #1 pick, hands down.
The great Herman Cain joining us live this morning. Thanks a lot for coming on. Appreciate it.
Happy to be with you. Thank you.
Have a nice Saturday.